Welcome to Q&A with Mr. J, the show where we dive deep into the mysteries of knowledge, untangle perplexing questions, and explore the uncharted territories of curiosity. I'm your host, you guessed it, Mr. J. And today we're embarking on the enlightening journey through history. The topic of today is the effects of manifest destiny on Native Americans. Join us as we peel back the layers of time and examine the profound impact of manifest destiny. The 19th century believed that American settlers were destined to expand across the entire continent on the indigenous peoples of North America. From forced removals to cultural assimilation, we'll explore the triumphs, the tragedies, and the resilience of Native American communities. Got a burning question about history? Homework? Or just something you've always wondered about? Tune in, because we got answers. Remember, knowledge is our compass, curiosity our guide. So, grab a seat, sip your favorite drink, and let's unravel the past together on Q&A with Mr. J. Let's dive right into this. Question number one. Are there still Native Americans alive today? Yes, there are Native American communities living in the United States today. They reside or live primarily or mainly on reservations, which are designated lands set aside for Native Americans by the federal government of the United States. Our next question is, would the United States be thriving if it had not displaced the Native Americans from their land? Well, that's a complex question to answer, but the United States history would certainly have been different if Native Americans hadn't been displaced from their land. The expansion of the United States westward involved significant conflicts or fights and injustices and things that we should probably have thought twice about doing against Native American tribes, leading to their forced removal from their ancestral lands. Our next question is, did manifest destiny affect other cultures? Yes, it was an idea. This manifest destiny was a belief that influenced the expansionist policies of the United States during the 19th century. It led to us acquiring or taking territories and many fights with not only the Native American tribes, but other cultures, including Hispanic communities in the Southwest and indigenous peoples of the Pacific Northwest. Our next question comes in the form of, what were the key factors contributing to this concept of manifest destiny? It was driven by a combination of economic interests, political ambitions, and religious beliefs. Economic factors included the desire for land, new resources, and new markets to sell your stuff in. Politically, there was a sense that a national identity and the belief that Americans were exceptional, that we should spread all of our beliefs everywhere. Religiously, some saw it as their divine mission to spread democracy and Christianity across the continent. God wanted them to do it. Our next question on our show today is, how did forced removal and assimilation policies affect Native Americans? Forced removal, such as the Trail of Tears, and assimilation policies like Indian boarding schools had devastating effects on Native American communities. Many lost their lives, many lost their cultural heritage, and the long-term consequences included intergenerational trauma, loss of language and traditions, socioeconomic disparities, which are still felt now. Did people protest against manifest destiny? Yes, there were individuals and groups who both opposed it. They were both against it. Some argued against it from the grounds of it may increase the amount of slaves that we could use in different places, while others condemned it because of the violence against Native Americans and Asian population and Hispanics in the Southwest. However, these dissenting voices were often marginalized or weakened or ignored by the people that were in charge of politics and had the ear of everybody who was in charge of all this stuff. Did people get to vote on Manifest Destiny? Manifest Destiny wasn't something people really voted for, per se, like we do for a law or an idea today, but it was supported by the political leaders, the people who were in power. And, it was reflected in their policies like annexation of Texas and the Oregon Trail to move across to the west. While there were debates, and there was opposition, plenty of it, the idea of Manifest Destiny guided much of our expansionist policies during the 19th century, but nobody really got to vote on it. It was just whoever was in charge and whoever had the power and whoever had the money got to decide this is what we did, regardless of what people's reactions were. All right, class, that wraps up our conversation on Manifest Destiny and its impact on Native American communities. Remember, history is complex, and it is essential to examine from different perspectives to understand the full picture. Keep asking questions, keep exploring the past. Hey, and if you got any more questions that I haven't answered yet, please send me an email. Alrighty, see you in the next class.